Welcome to day 7 of the 30-day holiday video challenge. Today we're making super delicious and easy Halloween peanut butter cup truffles. Hi there foodie friends, my name is Carly and welcome to my channel Adventures in Yum. Before we get into today's video, I have a passion for learning about creating and trying new foods, drinks, and especially desserts. If you want to join me on my yummy adventures, including this challenge, then make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so that you'll know when I upload new videos every week. Now, let's get into today's video. First, we're making our peanut butter ganache, which will be a double batch because we're making 2 sets of these peanut butter cup truffles. To a microwave safe bowl, add 1 cup or 6 ounces or 168 grams of white chocolate chips and 1 cup or about 236 milliliters of heavy whipping cream. Heat this in the microwave in increments of 30 to 45 seconds at a time until the white chocolate is fully melted and incorporated into the cream. Make sure to stir in between each heating. To a mixing bowl with 2 cups or about 540 grams of peanut butter, add the cream and white chocolate mixture and an optional light pinch of salt. Mix that together. I personally like to use a whisk, but you can also use a rubber spatula instead. We heat this for an additional 15 to 30 seconds in the microwave and mix it again to ensure that our mixture is nice and smooth and silky. We place a piece of plastic wrap or plastic cling film over the top and press it right against the top of the ganache to prevent a film from forming. Place that in the refrigerator for at least a couple of hours to set. I personally like to do this step the night before I'll need the ganache. While the ganache sets, we're preparing the bottom shells of our peanut butter cup truffles. Add mini cupcake liners to a mini cupcake pan. We're then adding 3 cups or about 560 grams of Ghirardelli dark chocolate melting wafers to a microwave safe bowl, heating it in the microwave in increments of 15 to 30 seconds at a time until melted, and making sure to stir in between each heating. We then add a little bit of the melted chocolate to the cupcake liners and use the spoon to brush the chocolate up the sides, making sure to completely fill in all of those little grooves. Once we've done this with all of the cupcake liners, tap the bottom of the pan either on the counter or with your hand to help the chocolate settle along the bottom of the liners. We then place this in the refrigerator to harden for a few minutes. Next, we're using a food brush to brush melted chocolate on the sides of the liner, just like when we're making hot chocolate bombs. This helps to reinforce those sides. Once we're done with all of them, we pop that back in the refrigerator to harden. Here's a quick note about our filling. We want to let our ganache come to room temperature before we add it to the cups, and this can be done while working on the chocolate shells. Once it's at room temperature and therefore a nice soft consistency, we add it to a piping bag and pipe little dollops into the chocolate shells. We don't want to fill them all the way to the top, so leave just a little bit of room. After piping ganache into all of the shells, use the back of a spoon to flatten any points on the top of the ganache. Before we finish these adorable chocolate treats, if you're getting value out of this video, then please make sure to hit that like button, click subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified about my latest video. Next, we melt 1 cup or about 170 grams of orange candy melts in short increments in the microwave, add a little bit of vegetable oil, and then spoon a little bit onto the tops of the peanut butter ganache. I prefer to only do about 2 to 4 of these at a time just to make sure the candy melts don't start to harden too early. After adding the candy melts, gently tap the side or the bottom to allow the candy melts to settle nicely into a flat, even layer. Once all of the cups in the tray are done, place the pan in the refrigerator for at least 5 minutes to allow the candy melts to harden. For our second tray, we're doing the exact same thing, but with white candy melts instead of orange. On a side note, I'm curious, what's your favorite Halloween candy? Drop it in the comments below. As a kid, my favorites included Kit Kats and Crunch Bars, but lately my absolute favorite has been Creepy Cocoa Crisp M&Ms. There's just something about that dark chocolate and crispy combination that's just, oh, it's chef's kiss. For the orange top truffles, we're turning them into jack-o'-lanterns, so we melt about 1/4 cup or 43 grams of yellow candy melt in the microwave, add a tiny bit of vegetable oil, and finally use a food brush to draw a face onto the cups. Have fun with this part and change up the faces. For the white top truffles, we're turning them into a combination of ghosts and Jack Skellington faces. We melt 1/4 cup or 43 grams of black candy melt in the microwave, stir in a tiny bit of vegetable oil, and use a food brush to draw the faces. I like to make the ghost faces look surprised or like they're saying boo. For the Jack Skellington faces, my favorite way to draw them are with a big smile. And that's all there is to making these homemade peanut butter cup truffles. These were a top favorite among my taste testers, so they come highly recommended, especially for the peanut butter lovers out there. I think it's because they loved that creamy, luscious peanut butter ganache filling inside. Look at that lovely cross-section. You can also find these chocolate treats on my website, adventuresinYum.net. The link for that is in the description below. Make sure to come back tomorrow for day 8, where we will be visiting Hogwarts for a magical experience. If you are interested in checking out any of the products I used in this video, then please make sure to check out the video description below for some of their Amazon links. Thank you so much for joining me today, foodie friends. I'll see you next time for another spooktacular, yummy adventure.